welcome to the channel. Some cool stuff today that we're going to do. One is take a look at the Tony Mamo ported throttle body. It's a GM product. It's the actual throttle body that came on the Z06. However, he ports it, and depending on the year of the car, he ports it to your specifications, or to his specifications, I should say. Anyway, we're gonna take it for a drive, do an install. I'll show you a comparison. For the manual guys, it's actually a godsend. You get an extra piece of technology that there's a lag, I guess, when you guys shift. I don't know much about the manual transmissions, but this throttle body just gets rid of this dead spot. Now on the automatic, I really don't have a dead spot. I've had it lunge a little bit occasionally, and I'm going to see if this throttle body helps. So I'm going to take a look at that, as well as just talk briefly about the performance shift. Maybe many of you already know that, but those who have Z06s, when I purchased mine, no one really told me about it. It's really not in your owner's manual. You just kind of figure it out through the display in the car, and I'll try to get some shots of that if I can activate it. So here you go. Let's take a look at the throttle body to start. Okay. So everyone, this is the new throttle body. It is a GM product, but it is ported by Mamo. So let's open it up and see what it looks like. So there it is, well packed. Take a look at this. So you can see the edging is ported. Has a factory setting where the butterfly blade, I believe, is just slightly opened, and that edge is completely ground off, and over here is just the smooth edge of it. And we'll compare it to the original OEM GM without the porting. Let's take a look at that. So here you go. Here's a side-by-side comparison. This is the ported one, and this is the non-ported one. You can see this big lip right along here that really protrudes out, where here it's actually gone. Supposedly it's supposed to give 10 more horsepower, 10 rear wheel more horsepower just by this porting. No adverse effect, and very highly undetectable by the dealer if anything was to happen. It is a GM, unit, genuine unit, so it's just the porting that you're paying for. I'll put the link in the description. Tony Mamo, he's on the forum, the Corvette forums, and let's get the new one on and go from there. Okay, for those of you interested in the install, it's actually a very simple job. So this piece here that goes under the hood, right above the intake there in front of the radiator, there are 4 screw holes, 2 there and 2 on the very side of it. Those 2 screw holes are 7mm screws. The toughest one is probably on this side. It's a little tough on the passenger side to get your hand under this hose here, but it's really not that difficult. I'm maybe over exaggerating just a little bit. It's just tough to get your hand in there. Maybe you have the right ratchet socket set and get in there. And then the throttle body is actually 4 bolts. You just got to take that piece of it off. A lot of guys don't even take this piece off the radiator. They just unbolted there, but I just made it just easier to reach in there. And from this side of the car, it's basically 4 10mm bolts. One right here, here. There's one down in here. That's the one you need a short extension to get to. Then there's an electronic connector here. It's easier to unbolt these and flip the throttle body over so you can get to the connector latch. so you don't break it, and it just is a red latch that you pull out and disengages it. Pretty simple. I've probably been here maybe 10 minutes, and I'm just getting ready to tighten everything out and put it together. Okay, I have these 4 bolts tightened down, just pretty snug. It is cast material, so I didn't tighten it down too much, but of course I don't want any air leaks. And the last piece is to put this collar onto the throttle body and tighten this one screw, and then we're done and put the other piece back. Let's check it out. Okay, installation is pretty much done. This piece here, like I said, there's 2 screws, one there, one here, and one on the other side. And what I did is put the top 2 in first, left them kind of loose, and then attached that far end one on the passenger side. Got that completely in, and then I went ahead and tightened up these 3 here. Because like I said, it's kind of tough to get your hand in there. I used this drive, the screw drive. If you have a stubby, that would probably work best, or if you got some different angled sockets, but not a big deal. Didn't take that long to do. Okay, the moment of truth here. I'm going to try to start the car with the new throttle body, see if there's any issues or if it starts right up. So far so good. No check engine light, nothing like that. I did give Tony Mamo the specs on my car. He knew it was a 2017. Sometimes the grind on the throttle body has to be just a slightly modified grind, only because the 2017s are a little more touchier with the tunes, since they have the new bricks and the new supercharged cover and the repositioning of the bricks and tune and all that good stuff. So anyway, there you have it. We're going to take it for a spin here and see how it feels. Okay, as you can see, finished the throttle body install. It's fairly simple. I'm not real mechanically inclined. I will try some things. It probably took me 15 minutes, you know, and I did take the extra step of taking that top air deflector off. Some guys don't even do that. They just take the 4 bolts off, disconnect electrical. I just wanted some room to work and reinstall it. Also, you saw there on the cold startup, the car started right up. No lights or anything came on. I'm right now driving, 50, 60 miles an hour, heading out of town here, and we'll see how the performance is on that. If I notice any difference, I'll give you my honest opinion on there. I will say it just feels smoother, in the lower speeds. Just, it could be my imagination. Yeah, a little peppier. Nothing, earth-shattering, but just supported throttle body. Definitely a little more responsiveness. I think that's probably the best word for it. So I have the BMS air filter, high flow filter, and I have the throttle body on the car. Everything else is stock on the car. So don't want to mess with the warranty, like I said in earlier videos. And let's see, this thing is pretty bad. Yeah, definitely responsive. So that's probably the best word that I can describe it. Probably don't feel any more, seat of the pants horsepower. It's hard to tell, 10 more horsepower on 650 or 570, 80 rear wheel. So, so would I buy it again? Heck yeah. No lights, and I don't know. It just feels a little more responsiveness on the throttle. We're going to talk about the performance shift on the car here, and talk about that in a minute. shift mode, which puts you in a higher RPM band, and it helps the car some. So here you go. Hope you enjoy the video. It's a short one this week. I'm gonna head out to vacation, so I'm not going to have a lot of time to get this done, but I wanted to get something out there for you guys to view. So there you see the performance shift engaged. It's now active, and you can see it's running in a higher gear. Let's get it back down, downshift, and see if I can get it again. So you can see there, it shifted into a higher gear. It's up in 3,000, 4,000 RPMs, which gives you more performance there. It keeps you in that higher gear. So you're probably asking, well, what good is that? Well, let's say, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but let's say a Hellcat is up next to you, and you know, you're driving in this lower gear. When you floor it, it's going to jump up there, but you're going to have a little bit of a delay. If you're on a roll race or you want some performance, you have to be going above 50 miles an hour, but let's say you're in the 50 miles an hour range. You just, you know, flip the throttle and it gets up to a higher range, and then when you step on it, you stay in the higher RPMs, which gives you more power. So that's basically what the performance shift activating in that mode, what it does. So hopefully that's helpful for you guys.